Ukraine's Air Force says that Russia has carried out an alleged false flag operation aimed at bringing Belarus into the conflict.
This is straight out of the Russian playbook to try to, through sabotage operations, through false flag operations, through blaming the other guy, to create that pretext, to give an excuse to go in.
Putin was trying to do once again what he had done before, use disinformation, false flag operations in order to try to justify an unjustifiable invasion. Was incredibly smart, unprecedented.
Wait a minute!
My fellow Americans.
Good afternoon.
On Friday, I ordered our forces to launch a cruise missile attack on the Iraqi Intelligence Service's principal command and control facility in Baghdad.
On my orders, the United States military has begun strikes.
I have ordered a strong, sustained series of airstrikes against Iraq.
On my orders, coalition forces have begun striking selected targets of military importance to undermine Saddam Hussein's ability to wage war.
Saddam Hussein must not be allowed to threaten his neighbors or the world with nuclear arms, poison gas, or biological weapons.
American and coalition forces are in the early stages of military operations to disarm Iraq, to free its people, and to defend the world from grave danger.
The United States has launched simultaneous air and missile strikes on what President Clinton described as terrorist-related facilities in Afghanistan and Sudan. The attack in Sudan destroyed a factory in the suburbs of the capital Khartoum, which Washington said was a chemical weapons plant.
My government is considering filing a complaint to the Security Council because we believe that this is a naked aggression against a civilian target. It's a pharmaceutical factory which dealing in producing antibiotics to the poor people of Sudan.
My fellow Americans, today our armed forces joined our NATO allies in airstrikes against Serbian forces responsible for the brutality in Kosovo.
The first bombing of its kind in NATO history. On March 24, 1999, Western nations carried out their threat against Serbia and began the biggest military conflict on Serbian soil since World War II. Schools, monuments, homes, and even the Chinese embassy were hit. At the end of the campaign, 11 weeks later, Human Rights Watch estimates around 500 civilians were killed.
It has been 10 days since Mr. Obama ordered U.S. forces into combat in Libya. Nearly 200 Tomahawk cruise missiles launched, more than 1,600 airstrikes.
These strikes have saved lives. Moreover, America's actions are legal. We were attacked on 9/11.
The aftermath of a drone strike in Pakistan's South Waziristan region in 2008. Amongst the victims were numerous civilians.
These strikes have saved lives.
In Afghanistan, a study found that pilotless drone strikes caused 10 times as many civilian deaths as did piloted planes. In fact, The Intercept found that out of 200 people killed in airstrikes, only 35 were the intended targets.
There's no doubt that civilians were killed that shouldn't have been. These strikes have saved lives.
President Obama delivered a rare personal apology to the head of Doctors Without Borders for a U.S. airstrike on a hospital operated by the medical charity in Afghanistan. That attack killed 22 civilians. Margaret Brennan is at the White House with what the president said. Margaret, good morning.
President Obama decided to call Doctors Without Borders and say he was sorry.
We're sorry. We're sorry. Sorry. We're sorry.
I receive this honor with deep gratitude and great humility.
He was cited for re-engaging America in global diplomacy, yet his Peace Prize came days after he ordered thousands more troops to war in Afghanistan.
We're sorry.
Now we head to Yemen, where a U.S. drone strike killed at least 13 people who were targeted by mistake. Officials believed that the people were an Al-Qaeda convoy when in fact they were regular Yemeni citizens traveling to attend a wedding party.
Sorry.